You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is Black Hollywood Live. Just saying, featuring conversations on love, sex, and relationships from three sassy ladies. Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host of Black Hollywood Live, Just Saying.
Good evening. Welcome to Just Saying. I'm Diann Valentine. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for hanging with your three favorite girlfriends on Friday night. That's right, for some happy hour conversation. So let me introduce you to my girls tonight, because I got a little surprise for you. To my immediate left, the beautiful, my girl, Mrs. April Daniels.
Hi.
And Jennifer is still not with us tonight, so we got a special guest in the studio tonight. That's right, Mr. LaShawn Daniels.
Shizzy, we out here. Everybody know what it is.
Now, let me tell y'all just a little bit about LaShawn Daniels, in case you don't know who he is, because you need to get familiar if you don't. So he is a man after God's own heart, absolutely first and foremost. He is an amazing husband and father. Now, I'm just going to say, it sounds like his wife wrote that, but it's all good. He was born, he's from Newark, New Jersey.
Brick City, stand up.
The
Everybody
Bricks,
know.
right?
Everybody
The Bricks. He's one of five siblings to First Lady Daniels and the late Bishop Levi Daniels.
My God.
God rest his soul.
Yes.
Now, he's a multi-Grammy Award-winning and multi-Dove Award-winning artist, all right? But look, check this out. He has over 250 million records sold in his library. And he is one of the most respected and trusted songwriters of our time.
Yes.
We are blessed to have you. Welcome, Sean.
No, you know we out here. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to start off by saying is that we out here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows.
And the most important title is he is the other half of America's favorite couple.
Oh,
Yes. Y'all got America's favorite couple with y'all tonight.
Yes.
Look, my voice is out of control today.
Right.
I don't know what we did to deserve it, but we glad you're here.
Look, I know what I did to get him here, but that's a whole nother
No,
story.
that was the front end. I need my back end tonight.
All right.
I just want to know, can we just finally get some scoop on the tricks now that both of y'all are here? Because April don't be sharing nothing, Sean. I told her I'm trying to stay married for 35, 40 years.
The way y'all be on the Swiss Alps and got cool minty leaves running down your back. I know how you and Dame do it.
Shoot, y'all done figured it out right out there in Africa by yourselves.
It get lonely in the desert.
Right.
You gotta get creative.
Oh, yeah.
Since it's happy hour, of course, you know we got to have a little cocktail tonight. Jennifer's not with us, but we still got us a little bit of saucy cider tonight.
Yeah.
Saucy cider.
Saucy cider. It's saucy because we just
saucy.
had some apple cider and we chilled it for an extra couple of hours.
We know that sauce is real, so we don't want y'all to think the real sauce is in here because sauce is heavy in these streets right now.
Yes. All right. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Sean,
Cheers.
thank you for being here
cheers.
with us.
Out here. Thank you for having me.
Ooh, yummy.
I love
Cider
water.
is good, though.
Cider is so good. Whenever I have it, I feel like it's a celebration.
It really should be. It gives me holiday festivals. That's what it gives me.
Now, you guys, tonight's track, the music you are listening to, is called We Can Taco About It. We Can Taco About It.
Taco About
It?
Taco About It. It's produced by KYL. Now, Sean, your ears are sensitive, so we want to know what you think.
I can't, a shout to KYL. We out here, taco. I don't really know what that's all about. But, you know what I'm saying? We out here, get to it. Let's get to it.
All right. So if you are a songwriter, a producer, a musician, and you got a track and you want us to feature it on Just Saying, make sure you send it to us. Shoot us an email at justsayinglive@gmail.com. If you lucky, April might take it home to her baby daddy. Change your whole situation. Change your whole situation.
You gonna have our emails popping. Don't y'all listen to Diann. She get you in trouble.
Lord have mercy.
Now, if you want to hear some stuff, I'm gonna give you some just heard. Don't listen to Diann. So it's been a busy week.
It has.
I know I'm getting over my little. I was having too much fun over the weekend, and so I'm kind of
All
paying
that
for
screaming
it.
got you hoarse. All that screaming.
Business out there. But the Golden Globes just passed, and
Yes.
it was a very big night for Black Hollywood.
Yes.
Our girl Taraji, she took home for the best drama TV series,
Yes.
best actress, and kudos to her. I mean, it's amazing just to see one of our own,
It is.
step up and be, rewarded and to just get their accolade and, another notch and achievement on their belt. But one thing that disappoints me is why does it always take us to have to be a crackhead,
Yes.
a drug dealer,
A hoe.
to get it? Like
pimp.
right. Like I don't understand what that's about. And
A
she kinda,
slave.
yeah. For 12 years.
Right.
Right.
And she kind of, made a little joke about it, but I'm just happy for her. I got to see her like back to back, so it was really good seeing her. And stuff.
I was so shocked she didn't win anything for Benjamin Button.
Yes,
Because that role was so amazing.
that was the first thing I said. I said, "Wow!" I
Wow.
said, Benjamin Button definitely would have had me betting all my money.
Yeah.
But she won. So
She won.
I guess all that matters at the end is that she won.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Hollywood. I
do
need
better.
you to, I need y'all to really tune into when it's really like some heart and soul behind the character, and it's really a challenging role for people, and they pull it off so well.
Yeah.
You
I
kind of
think
miss
that's what's-
that every time.
I think that's what's wrong with Will Smith. Why he don't have an Oscar?
He got to be a crackhead.
He need to play a dope addict.
That's
or something.
crazy.
Yeah.
He
That is
do. He
insane.
really do. He need to be a hustler or something. Then he roll up on it.
Right.
It's kung fu.
Right.
That is horrible.
Well, speaking of rolling up on it, Denzel and his family, he was given the
Whole squad.
Cecil B. DeMille Lifetime Achievement Award, and he went up on stage with his family and 3
Absolutely.
kids, which was a wonderful
Absolutely.
Yes.
moment for us. However, I was a little baffled that did he prepare a speech?
Nah, that was a real family moment. That was a real family moment. Everybody come on stage with us. We don't really know what's getting ready to happen,
Yeah.
but we out here, and
And
you
he
figure
had no
it out.
glasses.
It was beautiful.
Then the wife
Beautiful.
Pauletta was like, "Baby, don't forget." And then he was
Yeah.
like, "You read it." She was like, "I
Right.
ain't got my glasses."
That was. Let me tell you something. I thank God for that. That was such a great moment for Black family. It's what Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Right. You think he gonna get up there, and I would like to think it. But he brought the squad up there.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
didn't know what was going on. It was beautiful.
Yeah,
it was so beautiful.
It was nice.
I love
it
that.
was nice.
I love that.
Yes. Well, we loved it. According to
Oh, yeah.
LaShawn.
Beautiful.
We were
Yeah.
entertained by
Yeah.
Denzel.
I guess because you're such a powerful actor, we just was waiting for you to drop that knowledge.
He
and
did.
so, well, I mean, it was a different light. I'm not bashing it, but it definitely I think caught America off guard. Like, wait,
Yeah.
well, you don't have your speech.
Just a tad
Sometimes
bit.
it's
Yeah.
good. It's good to see that he was human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
the whole experience was overwhelming to say the least. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And it was still something to appreciate. He was excited. He was so he got a little frazzled. That was a real moment
Yeah.
with him. You know what I mean?
It's true, because he
That was
did
dope.
say in the beginning, I see why people
Right.
forget what to
It's
say.
when they get
You
up there.
know,
Right.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Right.
it's true.
Dope.
Well, this just going to keep rolling a little bit more. But the president.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, was that not amazing? His last State of
Yes.
the Union address, and it's
He got
been-
at a lot of people.
He did. He did.
did.
Got
You
to.
know, I was
He
a little
popped his
in and
collar a
out.
few times,
Had to.
too.
Yeah, he was like, "Listen here, I'm gonna chin check y'all real quick before I get up out of here." But it's one thing that's really upsetting is the fact that no one who should acknowledge that the White House and the world was
Yeah.
a mess when he stepped in there.
Yep.
They want to give his case to this man, but numbers don't lie.
They
And
don't.
he has definitely changed everything around the
Yes.
economy, the jobs, the insurance situation
Yep.
around for so many.
Healthcare.
So, absolutely.
Absolutely.
The numbers
Absolutely.
have changed
Yeah.
drastically.
And
so-
what other countries think of America now?
Right.
Right?
Right.
We have so many more allies now,
Right.
right?
Right.
We got less reason to worry about bombs dropping over here.
Yeah. Why folks get rich off their oil.
Hello.
I ain't saying no names, but
Halliburton.
Yes. And And of course, our first lady, I just have to finish up with this, looked amazing.
Amazing. Look at that dress.
Yes, that dress sold out in a matter of minutes on NeimanMarcus.com.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And that was her time to say, listen, man, we out here. All the other ones I did the politically correct thing, but I'm out here. These arms got to be swinging. We out here. This is what it is.
My husband, he's so
She looked
funny.
amazing. But look, 8 years later, and look at her arms. They still look as good as they looked
Because you
that
know
first
why?
year.
She don't let that hate get to her. She like, I'm gonna keep waving to y'all haters. That's my exercise for these arms. I'm gonna keep waving.
So true. So true.
Well, that's all I have for just heard this week.
Well, it was funny. Did you guys see, as Obama was talking, you know, all of this other stuff started popping up, of course, memes about how people be showing out. So at one point, Bernie Sanders went to pull out something from his jacket pocket. So social media is like, what is Bernie doing?
menu.
He got a menu in there. And then somebody else, he's checking his Powerball numbers.
You know, clowning.
Hilarious.
Absolutely
Fooling.
clowning.
But-
I actually missed seeing that part of it, but I saw it on social media
Yeah.
afterwards. I'm like, they will get you. They get you, boy. You better make sure you
gotta be on
ready
point.
for camera
Yeah.
every time.
But you know, I'm always interested. Whose job is it to create all the memes?
I don't know. I think
Do you
there's
think
a-
they work for Instagram?
I
They
think
go.
Google has a meme department.
They go. Like,
Because
it's
it'd be hard.
Oh, yeah. They go. And the minute something drops,
Yeah.
They
They'd
on
be
it.
on it.
'Cause
I'm
you-
like, whose job is this?
you want to have the meme that goes. You know what I mean? So people got the apps. They create their own joint. Soon as something happened, they create their joint. They want it to go. They want it to spread out in the entire internet, and it's
They out of
incredible.
control.
Hilarious, right?
Incredible.
Hilarious. Well, guys, we are rolling right up on Martin Luther King's holiday to celebrate his birth. And so tonight's show, I thought it would be appropriate, since we are celebrating Dr. King's birth, his life, and his legacy on Monday, that we talk a little bit about the kings that we have today. We talk a little bit about the black men in all of our lives. And jumping into our show, I want to start with something a little bit more serious, which is, you know, black men really are an endangered species. So if you see this little young man sitting on the stoop up there, you can see that how the picture is like fading.
Wow.
And that is kind of our reality in America. So New York Times did a recent article called Black Men Are Missing. And they started looking at the state and the tragic spiraling of black men in American society, and they say it has reached epic proportions.
Wow.
And the National Paper of Record is discussing the disappearance of the black man from civil society. Now, it also states from another story from the New York Times back in April, they found that 1.5 black men were missing from everyday life, either because they have been incarcerated or they have just simply died early.
Wow.
Been killed, and leaving communities and children and families devastated.
Right.
You know, and with the stigma and the shame that we carry about what is happening to our men. So, and let's look a little bit at the numbers. So it says for every 100 black women between the ages of 25 and 54, there's only 83 black men, her counterpart. Now, if you look to Ferguson, Missouri, that number drops to 60.
Jesus.
And that's real. And what's even more scary, I always say, thank God for Steve Jobs, right? Because now we all can capture
Right.
all this brutality that's happening.
Oh, absolutely.
And so now everybody sees it. But just think about when we watch the news tonight, right? Say another little black boy is killed by police. Somehow it just don't have the same sting that it had a couple of years ago.
Right.
Right? It's just become more commonplace
Right.
for
It's
us
common
to
ground.
see it. It's
Right.
just a part of everyday
Right.
life.
Right.
So I want to talk about it a little more. So, April, as women, do you think that we are doing our part to uplift black men, to, you know, to build them up in a world that constantly says that they are simply not good enough? And I ain't talking about LaShawn or Omar or Jet.
The answer would be no. I mean, I guess outside of, you know, your immediate family, no, we're not.
No,
No.
we're not.
It's definitely a void that needs to be filled. You know, and at the end of the day, there's so many people saying you aren't, you won't, you can't.
You can't.
That it definitely will, you know, take over the average man's mind, and you know that's what the results will be. Not, can't, won't, and then you have that statistic.
Yeah.
So it's very unfortunate. You know, I don't know what can be done to change that. Over a period of time, but something needs to be done.
So when we think about what the Black family looks like, unfortunately, there are lots of single mothers. So there's lots of fatherless homes. So because of that, Sean, let me ask you, because there is, an imbalance of the number of Black women and the number of Black men in society, do you feel like Black women should have a disproportionate responsibility to do more?
Absolutely, but the problem is we're not dealing with a lot of Black women. We're dealing
How so?
In description, right? A woman, in my description, is somebody who can nurture, somebody who can bring up a situation, somebody who can dictate a situation and control it and just bring it all together, not in a controlling type of way. We don't have very many Black women. We have a lot of Black thoughts. We have a lot of Black chicks that's out to get to the next or get to what they want. So what happens is when you're dealing with anything other than women, you're dealing with somebody who doesn't see the potential in a man.
Wow.
You know what I mean? You're dealing with a woman that can only see a man that can provide, which every man should be able to provide.
Right.
But what's wrong with growing together?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What's wrong with building a family?
Right.
And a lot of women don't take that standpoint. As they grow now, as the younger generation of women or females are now, they need somebody driving a such and such. He got to have this and that and that and the third. So, the nurturing part is just not there to see possibility, to see something in a man and say, hey, let's grow together. Let's grow.
That's so true. It's so true. But, when you think of this concept of that, there's so many single Black women, right? So there's single Black women and there's single Black mothers is what they are. And so these single Black women as single mothers are raising these men that grow up and shun responsibility and everything else. So as single Black mothers, we have to take that responsibility. That part of it is our responsibility. But how much can a single mother really do? Can a single mother teach a young boy how to be a man?
No. I think as it goes now, the resources provided to a single Black mother who wants to show her son something different, they can get to that point 80%. You know what I mean? Nothing beats a physical interaction from a boy to a man, you know what I mean, at all. Nothing beats that. But a thriving mother, a mother that can give references and kind of dictate things in the home, can give somewhat of a gleam of hope.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Now that's a really interesting point, because I think in a lot of instances Black women kind of don't know what to do. Right? We don't know what to do. But you mentioned we talk about dads a little bit, so I want to talk about the power of the dad, because I think in some instances that there are great Black men that have done amazing jobs at raising sons and daughters for that matter. So, from the time a little Black boy is born, he is faced with challenges that other races and other genders never experience. Right? So he's automatically marked as a thug or, lazy, or a threat to society. I mean, Sean, even your style is casual. In the wrong neighborhood, at the wrong time of day, you could literally be in danger. So in order to deal with these challenges, we all know, and you just said it, that Black men have to be in the lives of other Black men. So I want to take a look at a few amazing Black men that I know of.
Wonderful.
A great picture, Sean, of you and the late Bishop Daniels. From your wedding day. I remember that toast that he was giving.
Crazy.
I remember it. He was so serious. I was like, oh Lord, the bishop is talking. Let me be quiet.
But I'm gonna tell you something. That toast changed my life, because even then I didn't understand. I didn't understand what he was saying. And at that point it was like a lot of, we thought to be rambling, but the one of the main thing he says is love keep no account.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
You remember that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
And we didn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as we grew and as time went by, those things, my father used to say to me, listen, man, I ain't 60-something years old for nothing. You know what I mean? That means
Right.
he's been here. He experienced a lot of things.
Right.
And a lot of things that me and my brother was talking when he was here over the holidays. A lot of those things that just dawn on us now like, oh, snap. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my pops put it down.
Yeah, that's a great photo. I'm
love
so
that
glad
photo.
you got it. April, it looks like it's in the frame.
It is.
Is
It's on
it
the wall.
framed?
Yeah.
I love it. Now, here's another one of my favorites. This is Damon's late father, Mr. Robert Lee Haley.
Ooh, I see it now.
Oh,
Now I
big
see it.
women. Damon calls him the GOAT,
Oh,
the
yeah.
greatest of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But an amazing man. You know, Damon's father and my father are so similar that it is crazy. It's crazy that I kind of grew up and married a version of my own daddy.
Wow.
Right? But
Wow.
so practical, just lots of wisdom, practical information, very frugal, but just
Yeah.
solid forces in the home.
Right. That's what
it
You know,
gotta be.
solid forces in the
That's
home.
what it gotta be.
So, how do we deal with this fatherless generation? April, if it wasn't, God forbid, if it wasn't for Sean, Omar would have grown up in very different circumstances.
He most definitely would have. I mean, I would like to think that, well, different in the aspect of the father figure.
Yes.
You know, for Omar, for me, it was very important for him to have a father figure. And, you know, unfortunately, his father wasn't the father I thought he would be. And so, moving forward, like Sean says, you know, you try to provide everything for your son, and not on a material level, but just
Right.
so that he's okay mentally, emotionally, you know, so that he can, you know, thrive in the world. But the truth of the matter is, as good of a mother as I believe I was, I could never make him the man that he is today without my husband.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and a lot of women think it's a diss, but it's not. You know, men need men, women need women.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, you know, you could teach your son all of these great things and they can actually turn out to be great kids and wonderful men. But what I'm learning now is that because that relationship with his father wasn't what it was supposed to be,
Yeah.
he's still affected to this day, even
course.
through all his greatness.
Of course he is.
So, you know, it's very important that, one, if you know that you are in a single parent home, you don't ignore it.
Right.
Find other outlets that give some type of balance so that if it's the uncle, if it's your brother, whoever it is, but they need that man. They need that bond. They need that man to be able to tell them the first, because I can sit and have all the first conversations with Omar, but it doesn't resonate like the voice of a man.
Right.
And, you know, fortunately, my husband was present
Yeah.
for most of his first, but, you know, to this day,
Yeah.
I can tell
Yeah.
what has affected him and what has damaged him.
Yeah. But, you know, Sean is such a great testament to the fact that you don't have to be a biological father to have an impact in the life of another young black boy.
Yeah.
The point is we have to be present. We have to be present. We have to be present.
That-
So I know
period.
we're talking about black men and their fathers, but I just thought we should just look at our daddies a little bit. Now, this little bundle of cuteness here, who might that be?
That's me. That's me. That's me and my daddy and my mommy.
So cute, so cute. And of course, you know, I gotta throw up one of Big Rich.
Yes.
Might as well get
Because
to it.
this was my rock right here.
yeah.
This
Yes.
is my rock. I'm
love
telling
that
you.
picture.
Everything about me started with the foundation with him.
Beautiful.
Everything about me. And he's still teaching me today.
That's beautiful.
Still, I was there this weekend and he was like, now let me tell you about
That's
this.
right.
Have a
That's
seat.
right.
Have a seat. Let
That's
me
right.
talk to you about this.
That's right.
And let me tell you how to deal with Ryan. I
That's
said,
right.
Lord, get a
That's right.
cocktail. Let's
That's
talk
right.
about it.
And he dropping jewels.
Science.
Yes, yes.
Not. Woo, I
Yes,
love
he
it.
is.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on and get a little lighter in our conversation. We know Golden Globes were this weekend, and there was lots of fashion all over the
Yes.
red carpet. Some we were
Yes.
drooling over, and some not so much. So So, talk a little bit about where again we're gonna play a game.
Baby, you don't have to play this game.
Right. Thank you.
He's like, what
the
is
world?
this?
We about to change the world. This is talking about fashion. Lord.
So this game is called Where Again, Try Again. All right.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna throw up a shot of our favorites, and
Okay.
do we think the star should wear it again or try it again?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So this is one of my photos. This is Jennifer Lopez wearing Jean-Baptiste Valli.
Listen, I don't know what you just said, but I think America thought she was amazing on this evening.
Amazing. But check out that arch on her foot.
I was
though.
just looking at that. Like,
like
yo,
that's crazy.
That's a dancer's
that's a little
arch.
crazy.
Like that's above the height
Yeah.
of the 5-inch heel.
That's the
crazy.
dancer's foot.
Come
That's the dancer's
through,
foot.
J-Lo.
Yeah, she like, just in case I got to do a
Yeah.
kickball chain,
Yeah.
let me be prepared.
Wow.
And then my next pick was Brie Larson, who's wearing custom Calvin Klein.
Ooh, that's nice.
Isn't that cute with those cutouts?
Yeah.
What do you think, April? Wear again, try again.
No, I definitely will wear it again.
Yeah.
Look,
Well,
my
you know-
husband over here like, don't you ask me about wearing it.
At first, I was a little bothered by her not really having a waist, but then I was like, okay, she's just a skinny girl.
Yeah, but you know why it doesn't bother me much? Because it's nude.
Yeah.
I think if it was a color, it would kind of be like,
Right, right.
Not really.
She got a waist. It's just her breast is too low.
Oh, is that it?
It's too
That's
low.
the problem.
So it's taken away from
Right.
that.
It
You know
just,
what
she
I'm
just
saying?
loses that.
Right.
All right.
Right. She need a little support. You know what I'm saying?
All right. And the next one is Angela Bassett.
Yes. Now let me tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, I was a little sick. I was under the influence. So I know it's wear again, but I didn't really like the dress. But I thought she looked amazing. Oh, I'm so backwards.
April be at
I
home
thought, yeah, see, I
drinking watermelon and not
Right.
paying attention.
No, but listen, I thought she looked amazing, so much to the point that I didn't even really pay attention to
You
her
didn't pay
dress.
attention to the dress.
I was so like, oh my God, baby, what's now? All I kept saying was, do you see
Yeah,
Angela? Do
yeah,
you see Angela?
She looks incredible. I
mean,
think the
yeah.
color helped her complexion and everything. She
I
got
don't like
going
the
on.
hemline. I don't.
Yeah,
something
like, what's
down at
happening with the bottom of the
I
dress?
don't really understand what it's all about.
Okay.
But-
I'll give you
But
that.
she looks
Wear
incredible.
again.
Yeah,
How old is she again?
What is she? 50.
She got to be at least 50.
Incredible.
57.
Yeah, no, she
is
looks
it? I don't know,
incredible.
something like that.
Incredible.
But
She
let me
looks
tell you
incredible.
something. If she can cut that thing a little shorter, it'd be all right.
It'd
She
be
can
all
wear it
right.
again.
Right.
I'm sorry.
All right, so let's jump into try again.
Yes, try again. So, Black Twitter's going to get me. Zendaya. I
was
don't
not
even
a
know who
fan.
this designer is.
Marquesa.
Oh, Lord. Sorry, Marquesa. But I just felt like it aged her beyond her years.
Yes.
And she's such a beautiful young lady that I just wanted her to be like the belle of the ball.
Yeah.
And I felt like it kind of, it kind of downplayed her and stuck her in the corner a
Yeah.
little bit and didn't make her pop like she usually does. So for me, I definitely would not try again.
All right, got it. And next we have Juliana Rancic, who is wearing Alex Perry. Now, what in the world is happening with them sleeves? Are they extra trains?
It's a lot that's bothering me.
It's a wizard sleeve. That's the new fashion taking over.
The
right
wizard sleeve.
It looks like an LSO original.
She gonna get you. And the triangular cutouts. I don't want to see that on her.
I don't. She's already incredibly thin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see her skin. I just want
now.
to
Ain't
see
she the one
clothes.
saying something about Zendaya?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, we don't rock with her anyway.
We don't rocking with you. All right. Next up, Kate Hudson is wearing custom Michael Kors. I'm not feeling it at all.
Yeah, I'm not excited.
I'm not feeling it. And what I believe is that a lot of times women that are very thin, right, they think that they can wear these midriff showing shirts, but Sean, let's talk a little bit about gravity. As you age, the
working.
skin starts to, fall a little
Yeah,
bit.
you gotta keep them things up.
So just because
Put
you're
him on them
skinny,
things.
I don't think
Yeah, put him on them boys.
just because you're skinny, I don't think you should necessarily wear.
Yeah. A
Midriff.
lot of girls who think they're slim, they think I'm fit, but gravity is gravity. We can't beat it.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you're slim and you like to show your body, you should make sure you're toned.
Hello.
Toning is important. No, I mean that's a fact. Like,
Yeah. All right, Sean, we're gonna stop boring you with the fashions from the
I don't really
Golden
understand what
Globes.
just happened.
we have to touch on it because it's the girly thing.
It
we
is
do,
what it is.
yeah.
All right.
Hey, I'm
Now,
with
you ready for this next segment, Sean?
I
We
think-
need your knowledge on it. All right.
Okay.
Next segment is the importance of the black man and the power of the D.
Oh my God. I'm gonna change the whole segment to power of the B, which is the Bible. My God. Okay, we gonna holify this thing up in here.
Doing our D's today. B was last week.
Yeah. Between you and April, we gonna have an offering play at the door.
They call me TD Jakes over here on set, baby.
Yeah.
The power of the D.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all ought to be
It's
ashamed
a
of yourselves.
powerful thing if you let it. Okay.
Out of control.
So let me tell y'all about an article I found in NewYorkMag.com, and it talks about when a penis is too good to break up with. So,
Lord.
on occasion, the universe will grant you a penis or a sexual encounter that is so mind-melting you simply cannot envision life without it. It turns out there's a phrase
My
for
mind
this
is melting.
experience. One immortalized in a catchy song.
Oh my God.
It's
Catchy
called
song.
D2B, which stands for Dick to Bomb.
Woo! D.
It originates from Problems' 2012 album, Welcome to Mollywood.
Problem. Shout to Problem, my guy. out here.
So the song refers to a penis that is so large, so magnificent, and capable of pleasing you sexually that it blows your decision-making capabilities.
Look at God.
Look at God.
That's not God at all. No, please don't look at God. Because that's not what.
Thank the Lord. So, all right, but the term playfully objectifies male genitals.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it separates you from the man itself, right?
Yes.
You know? So, but we cannot deny that some people do lose their minds
Absolutely.
over sex or over something.
You got one right here. I ain't got rid of a since.
Now, April, we know before you found Prince Charming, you kissed a few frogs.
God,
All right?
remind me.
Is a penis being so good reason enough to not break up with somebody?
No, that's just ridiculous. That's crazy. And I've never been in that situation where I'm like,
She in it right now, though.
No. Yes.
You ain't going nowhere,
I
though.
ain't going nowhere.
So, Sean, do you think that feeling, that feeling of euphoria, right? Do you think that is the same thing that makes women get into fights over men?
Are we going to get into this? Because if we're going to get into it, we're going to get into it.
I just need to understand.
get
That's
into
why
All right,
we
let's
needed
get
a
into
man
it.
on the panel
Here
tonight.
is the problem.
Okay.
Right? It perpetuates the problem. Like, here is the problem. Right? We just talked about a segment about, men, boys growing up without fathers.
Yes.
And all this type of stuff. The problem is the D, right?
Okay.
Because my wife gets upset sometimes when I use this concept. Women are emotional.
Yes.
They are built off of sheer emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you come across some sex that you enjoy that much, where
Yes.
it causes you to take a lesser standard of life and treatment as a woman,
Yes.
you're perpetuating a problem. You are the problem.
Oh, so it's the woman's fault.
I'm going to say this to you.
God to the people coming for you.
All right.
You
I
are
see what
the
you're
problem.
saying.
If you take down
Yes.
on a simple good morning to what's up, B, just because the D is good,
Yes.
if you take down to how you're supposed to be treated in public, just because the D is good,
Yes.
if you take off of getting taken care of in the way you should be,
Yes.
just because the D is good, you're the problem.
But there have been so many studies that says a good orgasm it surrenders you in a state of euphoria that is higher than the highest drug you could ever take.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
I agree.
So think about women that have broken lives for many reasons, right? And they have that experience of that euphoric moment. Is it true to say it could be like an addiction?
It absolutely is an
And they
addiction.
need Jesus is what they
It
need help.
Absolutely is addiction. If you remember what I said before, it's not many women. A woman can take something that is self-pleasurable, like that pleases her so much, but then put that on a scale to where it's not the number one priority. A woman won't be affected by something that feels so good and the higher than the biggest drug in the world. That doesn't come before her family. That's a woman. That's a woman. Now, a chick, a thought.
Right.
You know what I mean? The kids is outside playing you know what I'm saying, in the drain. Right. And she in there like, oh my God.
You
It's
said they in
ridiculous.
the drain.
They in the
outside
drain.
in the drain.
The kids is out there picking up old drug needles playing darts because your mama is addicted to the D.
Oh my goodness.
It's ridiculous.
All right, so April, do you think that this notion of the power of the D, do you think it is myth or factual?
It's definitely factual. I've seen women go cuckoo over
Absolutely.
some
Yeah,
healing.
okay.
Like, for real, I'm like, okay, but wait a minute. Like, what is it? Like, made out of rubies and gold? Like, I don't get it. And then the crazy thing about it is, the guy is like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
It's a movie called Casino. You ever seen that movie?
Yes.
Robert De Niro, the biggest
Yes.
boss who
Yeah.
created the Las Vegas
created Las
casino.
Vegas, yes.
Period.
Yes.
Right? He comes up on Ginger. Ginger is the savviest hustling chick
Yes.
out here in these streets. He finds out she has a vice. The vice name is Lester Diamond. when they first show Lester Diamond, you
come
like,
on, son.
Yeah.
Ginger, you and Lester is what's
Let
doing
me tell
it?
you, I have seen some Gingers and Lesters,
Right.
okay? And it's
Unbelievable.
like, okay, but I don't understand. It's connected to him, though.
Right.
That should be enough for you to
See?
get your consciousness and say, I'm tripping.
Right.
But it's not.
Okay, so now what can women do since y'all think it's women's fault? Well, Sean thinks it's
Become
women's
nuns.
fault.
Become nuns.
We do it. What can women do
They
to
have to be nuns.
maintain the proper perspective
Listen,
in
a-
relationships?
A woman, right? And this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be we into it. Let's get it. If your situation is not conducive, if your situation is not what it needs to be,
Yes.
right? And you know you falling just because some good deed,
Yeah.
and you know you falling, right?
Okay.
You got to figure out how to do it yourself.
Oh, now that might help some people.
You have to figure out how to do it. I don't want to deprive you of your euphoric
Right.
being.
right.
I don't want to deprive you of that. But you have to figure out how to do it yourself if it's affecting your life. If your life is being affected
Yes.
and it's just pulling out down the very value of living because of this dude, you got to figure out how to do it yourself. There's enough sex toys.
But
There's
then the
enough sex
problem
stores.
that's going to create is then when she do finally meet the guy that's, the one, she going to be like, no, I'm good. Just
That's
watch.
not true. Now, see, when we talk about a woman, that's what we talking
That's
about.
right, you're
We
right.
talking about a woman. Now, a woman, even in that sense,
Uh-huh.
right?
She'll get-
when she
yeah.
finds that guy, she gonna say, "Daddy, I like it like this." This is
All right, you saying a little too much. You saying a little too
That
much.
sounds like a familiar
I'm just
line at
saying.
the Daniels household.
No. I say, "Mommy, move it over like this."
You ain't
That's how we
coming
gonna
back
do it.
here no more.
No,
no.
Sean,
Put
I
that leg up
need
there.
you more. April ain't never been this quiet.
That's, he ain't say I can share with y'all our secrets, so I can't.
Listen, ain't no sugar. We talking facts right now.
Okay.
We talking about how the D is destroying lives in these
That
streets.
it is.
It's more lethal than drugs.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, all right. But so now, so many women will walk away from a situation, right? And then they will allow a man to come back for like tune-ups. Is that acceptable?
No.
Well, every car need a tune-up. You
That's what I'm saying. Sean.
Baby, I sure will let you come back and tune it up.
Listen, but that is the problem. That
messing.
is the problem.
Like, I'm a woman, but get your butt in here.
That is terrible.
And then when
although
we
I
done,
wouldn't
I'm like-
mind tuning it up, but we talking about what's right and what's wrong.
Yes, that's all right.
You know what I'm
Tunnel vision.
saying?
Let's get
No.
focused.
No.
You can't. Because you're part of the problem.
But see, Sean, I'm all about women feeling, empowered and strong and all of that stuff. And there is a victory lap that can be taken once you kind of call him over and you done with him and like, all right, son, let the dough hit you when you leave.
Never.
That's
I'm
like two
telling
can
you-
play that game.
Yeah.
See, all you do is transferring energy.
Period.
Because even when you do that, it still is the dingling that had you going back
Period.
crazy. So
Period.
even if you like, yeah, I got
Because
him back.
listen, I don't care. You can physically do that. You can
Yes.
physically call him over, and when you guys are done, you can physically say, he know. He don't worry. Well, you done.
I
Okay.
got it.
All right, all good.
I
Let me
see
get
you
my
next
stuff.
week, same
right.
time.
It's going down again, and then you're hooked. You're a fish
Right.
on a hook.
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
no
I
problem.
know.
So he's going to go. It's not going to stop him from
Yes.
doing what he's doing.
No, at all.
He out in
At all.
these streets, and
At all.
you become, oh my God, all women should stay away from this, but you become Old Faithful.
Okay.
That means if your day is going, it's like, man, old girl ain't calling me back. Bye, bye, bye. Like, it's 12 o'clock. Ugh. Old Faithful, let me hit up. Hey. And then you out in these streets.
Right.
That's how it goes down.
All
I'm
right,
just letting
that's
you know
true.
what it is.
Because then once they know they got you, they got you.
It's done.
They got you.
He ain't
Right.
even thinking about you. You just like Sean said.
Toes popping like red and vodka. He welcome anytime. Anytime. You
Okay,
can't
but
beat
what
it.
about homie lover friends? Sometimes those can be real acceptable when you got an understanding.
Can't.
I'm talking about a single
Not with
woman
women.
who has
Not with women.
needs.
Not with
'Cause
women.
we so emotional.
Right. It will never ever exist. It will, you can call it homie, lover, friend, all that type of stuff. But the fact of the matter is, you letting this dude smash, right?
Right.
You letting this dude smash. There's an emotional connection, right?
Yeah.
Because if he came in front of you, or you at the mall, and you see him with some other joint, and he acknowledged you, he don't run away from you.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Keisha, what's up? And you looking at the other girl like, you feeling some kind of way. I'm saying, don't do it to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't do it to yourself. It's not even worth it.
So the only advice you got for women is to find another way?
My advice for women is prioritize. Listen, God,
Okay.
my God, y'all knew we was going here. The problem, here's my advice. The Lord will not allow you to seek Him and do everything that you need to do for Him and allow the rest of your life to suffer. It just doesn't.
Yes.
It doesn't work that way.
Yes.
So if you're doing everything you have to do to prioritize and put everything in perspective, and your prayers are, Lord, send me a man. I need a man. I need a man in my life. Do what you need to do, and He will open up the door. Now you got to put your crazy stuff away too. Like it comes in full circle. You got to leave half of that stuff alone. The Lord will send you somebody. Marriage is blessed.
Yes.
It's a blessed thing. Like, I'm just saying, don't put yourself in compromising situations to where you're praying this prayer, but then you're doing other things and you're putting yourself back.
You praying the prayer, but you ain't answering the prayer. You can't answer the prayer.
Can't
you gotta
answer the prayer, cuz.
Okay.
Because it wasn't until I actually said, all right, you know what? Let me get serious about this thing. Because if I get another frog, I'm going to die.
I'm telling you.
And he sent me Sean.
Well, we know that she lost her mind. Sean, let me just tell you how it went down.
She going
I
back.
had an appointment to get my hair done.
Shut up, boo.
I had an appointment to get my hair done, Sean.
Uh-huh.
I showed up at this woman's house.
I was with you
Yeah, off of
in
Topanga.
Miami.
Oh my God.
I showed up at her house to get my hair done, and she didn't answer the door. And I called, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up? You hooking me up today?"
So unprofessional.
And she
man.
said like this. She said, "I ain't never coming
Listen,
back." Click.
The
Didn't
power
even say
of the
goodbye.
I was like, listen, I send you some money to get your hair done somewhere else.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
Got
I
her
found
losing
sunshine and they
her
ain't never coming back.
mind. Got her
I'm sorry,
losing
Diann.
her daggone
I
mind.
didn't know.
So we know
terrible.
that she is under the spell. All right, guys. So before we wrap up today's show, we have a new segment that we are introducing called the Fabulous Look of the Week. Because last weekend, our very own April and LaShawn went to Celebration of Gospel.
Oh, yeah.
And I swear they were the best dressed couple of the
Really?
night.
Thank you.
You had to be.
And that's coming from Diann Valentine.
That means a
Had
lot.
to be. So, April,
Wow.
tell us what you guys were wearing.
Oh my gosh, what is that man's name? Zod of blah, blah, blah.
Lord.
You know I'm so not a
Lord,
label girl. I'm
Lord.
so sorry. But the necklace and the purse was Aunt Funky's Closet. She does one-of-a-kind pieces. She's based out of Inglewood, and she's amazing. The shoes were Gucci. Kaya on the hair, Amanda makeup on the beat, and Holly Larry on the styling.
He styled you.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
It was really a fun night. Like, I don't think I've had that much fun on a red carpet ever.
Yeah.
It was really a good time.
That's because Daddy was with you.
That's why.
Sean, what were you wearing? Who were you wearing?
The homie Holly Larry, we made this jacket for me, you know.
Oh.
You know, I got the wax
that's hot.
denim joggers with the button up, with the reflective fours. You know, we out here. You know what I'm saying? Iceberg Slim, round about the chest, neck. We out here.
What?
And we just do it.
He go from the pulpit to the
know what I'm
hood
saying?
real quick.
0 to 100.
That's what it is.
No, but what I think I love the most about this look is that you guys, Sean, you are casual. You are truly in your comfort zone. And April, you are still rocked out, edgy.
Thank you.
You know, I love it. I love it. So
Yeah.
Thank
fun.
you. Well,
That
you
was
know,
a
the
great
Saints
night.
was a little disappointed. They said that
Yeah.
I shouldn't have been showing my shoulders.
That's
Jesus
right.
Your
wouldn't have been
shoulders.
I
happy.
agree with that.
Yes.
I agree
Yes.
with that.
And then somebody said, well, Jesus gave her shoulders. So you look good, April. You wear
That's
them
so
shoulders.
crazy.
It's the
Oh,
dumbest
yeah.
thing
oh
ever.
man,
So,
church
like, but
people
you
make you
know,
not want to go to church.
They do.
That's
Y'all need
terrible.
to stop
They do.
being so judgmental.
They really, really do. They really do.
We had a ball.
You guys looked amazing.
Thank
amazing.
you.
Can't wait
Thank
to see
you.
it. When does it come on?
The
Celebration of
31st,
Gospel.
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
January 31st
Yes.
on
Yes.
BET,
Yes.
and in for a treat because Big Shiz is performing.
The
Yeah.
stage out here low. I don't do it too much, but when I do it, it's done. Out here.
And you are performing with Erica, right?
Campbell.
Erica
Absolutely.
Campbell.
Absolutely, it was great.
And I
It was
heard you
great.
had a special guest
Yeah,
too.
Yazzie the Great, out here, Empire, the homie. You know, we just put it together and did what we do. You know what I mean? It was beautiful.
Wow, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it.
We had a fun time.
Yeah, it was
We had a
So you
fun
guys
time.
be sure you tune in. So April, before we wrap things up, you got to give our viewers, even though April was so quiet today, y'all believe this? She ain't never at a loss of
I was
words.
letting our handsome guest speak.
She ain't never at a loss of words. But give our viewers one little piece of advice about the power of the D.
My God.
Hello, or about King's Day,
Okay.
and tell them how they can keep up with you.
Yes. All right, ladies, listen. You know, I know the D be good. I know it be good because mine is good. But at the end of the day, you cannot allow it to take over your entire life to where you make poor decisions, to where you neglect yourself, your family, and everything that's of importance and priority. You have to do better. I know all women don't do it, but, you know, there's a large population who have pretty much just said goodbye to self-respect and priorities for penis, and it's not worth it, you know. And the flip side of that is, you know, how can we do better with our black men if we're allowing our black men to disrespect us in such a way? It starts with us showing them a difference and being the support they need and being the woman that Sean spoke of in their lives to you know, uplift and to really give them what they need, that push to be amazing, to go beyond the limits that society likes to put on them. So at the end of the day, you know, just put things into a better perspective and really be of help, not of hurt, because some of the decisions that we make by letting men get away with certain things is not helping anyone in the matter. You can keep up with me at I am April Daniels across all social media platforms.
All right, Sean.
Yes, ma'am.
Give our viewers at home one last word, either about King's Day or the power of the D, and tell them how they can keep up with you.
King's Day is, you know, something to be reflected on. You know what I mean? We come a long way, but we still got super far to go. You know what I mean? And the power of the D, let's just change that, you know, while we into the power of the G. You know, put God first. We out here. I promise you, you are so worth the wait. You are so worth the right thing. You know what I mean? It's really you. You know, and that's it. You know, me, I'm Big Shiz, BIGSHIZ. You know what I mean? At Big Shiz on all platforms, Twitter, Instagram. I think we got a Facebook page, but, you know, Instagram, I'm on that gram, cuz. Put it on me, you know what I mean? I'm out here, and I do the Snapchat, too, so find me. We out here.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, ladies at home, I have to say that when I think about black men and those words, an endangered species, it truly, truly just breaks my heart. And the only way that things can start to change is that we have to take greater responsibility. We have to look outside of me, my husband, our 2 kids, us 4, and no more. There is a whole generation of black men out there that need us, that need love, that need attention, that maybe just need a kind word from you. Whatever you're doing, you are not too busy. So you remember, before anything else, that you are your brother's keeper. You can keep up with me across all social media platforms at Diann Valentine. Thank you for watching. God bless you. We'll see you next Friday. Good night.
Bye.
Cheers.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.